going to drink my... I need to drink.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of cookers' trough when they want a lord to take for us.
Gil for a minute. I'll be asking for you again.
Plates and pots! Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Take a sniff, good sir.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
Good girl.
Faster!
I can walk from here. Come on. Run like the wind. You deserve a rest. Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, they're just not that viable. Feather but adamantite ore is unique to Ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond...
Unique to Ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil?
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. And that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy...
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limes. Folk first settled Dalamil to get it in hand. If you know the trick, it can be melted down in the
Bloody hell! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how...
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me.
The limestone? Fine. I can... Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's
I can't thank you, and you'll have no trouble finding limes.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the fort.
Right you are. I'll see you short. So, do you crush it up, or just...
So, the old cook has finally made his move.
This is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
Take a sniff, good sir.
Kneaded to a silken softness. Made from the stoutest stoneware. Hanging lanterns,
Well, we can make our way back to the fort.
We should get going soon.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Waloed are allies, and as you've seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Sava needs.
We should get going soon.
Do you have water?
Just look at the detail. Fresh bread.
Light meat and
warm
dark.
from the oven.
Fresh from the grill.
It would make a fine gift for
The
your
finest fabrics. Fresh from the capital.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone... A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalimil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only...
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalimil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step...
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but... It certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if...
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalamilla's home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava. Know your
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. I was wondering, what would you do if you...
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's... If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute...
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle. The spirit of Dalimil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much its meaning. I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.